Good morning, everyone. I've been looking at price for a little bit. I was just kind of sitting down, thinking about, should I not trade today? What does it look for? Now, one thing I'll point out is there's no news all week. I might have mentioned that already yesterday, but I already don't expect much, especially today, after Monday sort of expanded, in the afternoon towards this order block. I'm keeping this buy side liquidity in mind, but I'm also watching those lows. It's two-sided in my opinion right now, but I would like to see if at least we're willing to retrace into this fair value gap. I think that should happen at least, whether we respect it or not. As long as we trade into it, that could be a target that I'm going to be looking for this week. The high of the week, maybe today or tomorrow, and then draw back into it on Wednesday. But for today, I would like to see maybe a reversal setup and a consolidation. So I'm not really excited to trade too much today. Now, on our hourly chart so far today, you see in the green, that's the current day. Okay, so big expansion off of, ever since really midnight on the previous day. We've sort of expanded up. We chopped around in the morning before continuing in the afternoon. Now we have a consolidation, as you can see. I really don't expect anything to really change. I think, we'll get more movement, but I would only be looking for a reversal. Obviously, if we're already extended, we're already up, I'm only looking to go lower. So I'd watch it for a reversal here, and it is wicking up to this previous day high, so it could potentially be setting up around 9:30 for that reversal. So if I'm going to trade anything, it's going to be a reversal to get us lower. Okay? But now the other indexes to the NASDAQ, this is what's important, is where the bodies seem to make lower highs, with the S&P 500 making those higher highs. The Dow, however, seems to be pretty bearish. Now, I don't like how the Dow is a lot more bearish. I don't really like it to be the bearish leader. But at least the S&P 500 is showing that it is the one that's stronger to the upside. And so the NASDAQ might still be a valid S&P to trade it lower. Now we've had pretty beautiful price action this morning. See the 6 a.m. session opened up, made a run beneath the London low, which was left pretty isolated, created a bullish order block, as you see that right there. And price ran higher. Quite quickly, actually. And you just need to journal something. There you go. So I'm not seeing any immediate rebalancing. There's open gaps that price could trade into, so I'll be looking for that, maybe to support price a little bit, and see if they want to use these gaps as inverses. But we've wicked up here fairly quickly. We can do it again at 9:30 open. I would actually like that to happen again. And on the 5-minute chart down here, you see we have a nice breaker set up with the fair value gap on the 5-minute chart, and a nice one on the 1 minute. Use the inverse fair value gap, or you can look for scalps. This was a scalp I would look for if I was trading that hour. But for now, I'm not trusting this to be the high. I mean, 930 can open up and make another high. If it does that, then I might look for a displacement at 945 and then to go short. If it gets shot down, then that's it. I will just not be trading and I'll be doing something else. But I'm only going to take a trade if it shows me a higher high, or it will create SMT with the Dow or the S&P making that lower that higher high, and then I'll look for displacement on the 1 minute 30-second chart and trade that. Okay. Alright, I'm back, everyone. I was looking at the dollar. So I'm seeing consolidation during London, now an expansion. This could be manipulation. Coming back to this fair value gap, but this looks more like a market maker sell model. So it is, well, there's more breakaway gaps down here. We could see it come lower. We don't have to make the low here, but the dollar to me right here in this current leg has expanded lower. So right now it's possible we may see some consolidation. It's not out of the question because it's already kind of expanded. Same thing with the Nasdaq. But I'm still holding on to that short bias. I think we could be reversing now. We made another high, but one thing I want to make sure is if there's any SMT. It'll be easier if I just go to this layout. So you see, yeah, I don't like how the Dow is the leader. I never liked that. But it's also making that higher low. So there's double SMT right now. This could be fake SMT. I'd want to see the Dow just accelerate a little bit. See how its opening is playing out on the smaller time frame. So the dollar just seems a bit bearish to me. That's what I was basically trying to say. And I want to see at least this low. Maybe not the low here, but I want to see at least this low. It seems like we're in a bit of a consolidation, which wouldn't surprise me too much. But we could be in a consolidation until Wednesday or Thursday, Friday starts to move a little bit more. And that could cause high resistance conditions. But nothing really telling me that, hey, the dollar wants to go higher, and so trading lower here would actually be very high resistance. And that's why I don't really like the shorts too much. I think the best opportunity of the day was probably at the low of the day here, around pre-market, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Also, I don't like trading when London takes out the Asia high and low, unless London consolidated, which is what it did. It did just chop around. So see how we trade Asia low, then Asia high. Now we traded to London low. Now we traded to London high, and previous day high. So lots of buy side taken, and it could just want to move back into this range and consolidate within this range and just kind of chop around. But see this day create a high of the week is what I'm kind of wanting to see. But right now there's just nothing that I'm trusting. I don't know if this high is going to be maintained. It can come right back up one more time. Dow just looks ugly. I'm not seeing a higher high. I mean, there's a little bit of displacement, but I'm not seeing any higher highs that would form a breaker, and I'd rather not look for anything here. Let me check the dollar. Yeah. Unless it's just coming up here to fill that new day opening gap, which, well, isn't even actually there. I don't know why it's there on that time frame, but okay. A little bit of movement. Look at the Dow, how it's still higher. If the Nasdaq starts a little bit of a retracement, that could be good. I'm gonna try this. see how the dollar's doing. Okay. Let's get me in here. I might hold this a little bit further because it's very bearish. Let's see if I go from because I'm just looking for a scalp 25 points, but this is super bearish. Like, it's falling quite fast. It might actually, my trade, well, because I know that my bias is lower and this is a reversal, but I don't know. I don't think I should try and hold it past what I usually am comfortable holding it for. But I'm going to try and just go for about that 24.5 points. And my stop would be break even here. Preferably, I don't want to see this gap be traded too. That would be very bearish for me. And I'd want to see much lower prices. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm in the trade. This is where I really wanted to run here. If it continues to stick around, this is where I would start to feel a bit uncomfortable. There we go. So let me remove that. Now this is a funded account. My 31st, believe it or not. I don't know if that's crazy, but I've been trying to I wanted this one hopefully get funded and journal it on this YouTube channel. But every day that I've recorded live so far, I've had every intention to take a trade, except for the days which I said I wouldn't, which is basically all the days I uploaded. So when I start to win and I get a win, I oftentimes get excited and I want to look for more. Right, not right away, but like the next day I might wake up and be like, okay, I can do it again, what I did yesterday. So I'm gonna remember the previous recordings, how I had to sit there, wait, just tape read. What I wanted to see didn't come into fruition, and it's okay, just no trade. I need to continue being like that and wait for my model and be patient, because there will be another opportunity. It might only take a week, it might be a couple days, but there's going to be another opportunity. It will be higher probability eventually.